yesterday. It's hard to remember the words. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And the girls are out the bingo and the boys are getting stinko. We ain't no more of a go on a Sudbury Saturday night. The glasses they will tickle when our eyes begin to flicker. And we ain't no more of a go on a Sudbury Saturday night. Well, Irish Jim O'Connell there and Scotty Jack McDonald. There's Honky Frederick Herzl getting fight, but that's alright. There's Happy German Fritzy there with Frenchie getting tipsy. And even Joe the Gypsy knows he's Saturday tonight. Now when Mary Ann and Mabel come to join us at the table and tell us how the bingo went tonight, we'll look up right. But if they won the money, we'll be lapping up the honey buys, 'cause everything is funny for see Saturday tonight. Yeah, the girls here at the bingo and the boys are getting stinko. It ain't no more than they go on a Sudbury Saturday night. The glasses they will tickle when our eyes begin to twinkle. And it ain't no more of a go on a Sudbury Saturday night. We'll drink the loot we borrowed and recuperate tomorrow. 'Cause everything is wonderful tonight. We had a good fight. We ate the dilly pickle and we forgot about the nickel. And everybody's tickled for see Saturday tonight. The songs that we'll be singing, they might be wrong, but they'll be ringing. And all the lights of town when they're shining bright, we're all tight. We'll get to work on Monday, but tomorrow's only Sunday. And we're out to have a fun day for see Saturday tonight. Yeah, the girls here at the bingo and the boys are getting stinko. We ain't no more of a go on a Sudbury Saturday night. The glasses they will tinkle when our eyes begin to tinkle. And we ain't no more of a go on a Sudbury Saturday night. We think no more of a go on a Sudbury Saturday night. Woo!
Stompin' Tom. So when he sings about they get having the pickle and forgetting about the nickel, he's not talking about the 5 cents for the pickle. He's talking about the nickel mines up in Sudbury. That's obviously the geography of the song. But yeah, Stompin' Tom Connors, Canadian legend, of course. Many of our GMs are from the States, may never have heard of him because way back in the 60s and 70s, the powers that be in the record industry here said, "Well, Stompin' Tom, you go to the States, make a lot more money." So many other Canadian bands had, and he said, "Nope, I sing songs about Canada and I stay in Canada." So he was a Canadian folk legend and sang all of his songs were written about parts of Canada. Anyway, but it's a great Saturday night song to start the evening off. All right, and yeah. Those are some bands, some of the bands that he may have been referring to that made their success stateside. All right. What are we going to do now? We're going to get the screen up. Hello, welcome. 'Tis I, your commish, Ray Morrell. DJ out of Cleveland. I could believe that, yeah. Every band needs their big break. As you can see, I got the COVID hair going. Much puffiness on the top of my head. So where do we leave things? We had a 4-day sim, a 3-game series I don't know if you've caught the Slack channel, but up here, the small league logo, the central device there, the bull silhouette, is green. It's jade green. When I was updating the wiki, I realized it's the 35th anniversary since we started the league, since I started the league back in 1989. So the game anniversary, it's 2024 in the game. That would be the 35th anniversary of the league. So we've got the old jade colored logo there, 35th being a jade anniversary. So I updated the wiki to that effect. And I think I posted the logo in the Slack chat as well. All right. So the current standings, if you don't remember, look like this. We had 3 series go sweep in the Metro League. No series sweeps in the League to open up the season. It is the second sim of the regular season for 2024, and this is the end of week 1. So we're going to sim through and see how things go. Hello, Anakin. I see Jim's here, Scott's here. Addie's probably going to be here in a minute.
I'm already here.
You're already here? Okay. Addie has not the chat. Rico's in here. All right. I think I have space to make you guys VIPs to Jim and Rico. So yeah, welcome. Hopefully a few others drop in. LOL Cat B. Hello. Dylan exported, but he's not in the stream yet. So he did export. And that reminds me, it is time to pull the exports. So let's go back to the manager's office. I don't want to forget this. Oh boy. I didn't see any trades, so nobody traded? No trades? Dylan had, was it 2 wins in that first sim? Thursday night? Yes, he is alive, and he did export. Hello, Rico! Yes, Boston and Washington are the only 2. And again, I'm not so strict that you need to export every week. In fact, you can, if you want, you can go a few sims without exporting if you are confident in your lineups. But yeah, after about a month worth of game time, if you haven't done anything and your lineups are full of injured players, I might start wondering if you're really still interested in managing a team. I may declare you an abandoned GM. Ooh, Scott almost working out a deal there with Dustin. Yeah, Washington's been quiet, and so I'm worried that Rob's maybe taking a different direction. I don't know. I believe he's in another league. So anyway, I tried reaching out to him in PMs. I don't know if anyone knows him in another league. But yeah, and Boston, I'm not too worried about. Cody's been around, so he's been a pretty regular exporter. In fact, let me check the export history. So this is only our second sim of the season, but he did export for opening day. It's Washington I'm worried about. So Washington has not exported since opening day. So once again, we have 14 out of 16 teams exporting. 87.5% of the teams exporting. Too proud. New York, too cheap to trade a couple prospects for major quality shortstops. Well, I don't know if it's cheap or just driving a hard bargain. All right. So there we go. We got the exports. I'm going to check the team roster violations. A couple teams are short. That's fine. Mario Rubio, too old for the international complex. We'll worry about that a little bit later. All right, DFA report. 4 days. Lots of, oh boy. I'm interested to know if there's been waiver claims. Let's see. Should be a whole whack of people on the waivers, on the waiver wire. Oh boy. Look at this waiver wire. And New York has claimed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, keep in mind, that's 11 players that you've claimed, but you've got to have space for 11 players on your 40-man roster. I believe to claim them because they're all on major league salaries. So if you're claiming them and you don't have space, you'll just be waiving them again or waiving someone else. So this could be interesting. And a lot of these guys are. I mean, Brett Abruzzo is okay. He's 33, 5.04 ERA. But yeah, um, I'm not too impressed with most of these. Nevada's getting in the action. Arizona, 2 players, 2 for Nevada. Yeah, Dwayne Carreri, Jamie Calabrese. He played for my team. He was one of mine. Nobody claimed him. Not surprised. I know Calgary put a couple on waivers. Hradecki, nobody interested in a 1.5-star second baseman. Really? 34-year-old, 1.5-star second baseman's just not with a $10 million salary, just not that enticing. So that's the other thing. Like whoever, New York's picking up Abruzzo, that's 3.4 million. Unless they get superseded. So we'll find out tonight. Well, actually, no. These would be the active claims. So, and New York would have priority over everybody because they are they were the worst team last year. So them in Seattle, and I don't see Seattle claiming anybody. All right. So that's going to look interesting. Do we have any recent free agent signings? The transaction news. Here we go. Bunch of releases. Seattle's been busy in their international complex. Hops have released a bunch. Lots of minor league free agent signings on April 3rd. And April 1st was busy too. All right. Ooh, I got to change that Streamlabs message. No, we're done with spring training. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about low A. I mean, it's good to get people the playing time if you have people of that quality, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. All right, so whoops, I'll pop over to the schedule. Oh my God, they all start with S, so I keep missing it. Schedule. Hops in the Metros. Now I'm actually logging on the wiki the broadcasts because I want to make sure I'm not like overexposing. Now that we've got every team has a human GM, I don't want to keep overexposing the same couple of teams. List of 2024 season Twitch broadcasts. So yeah, last sim Thursday, the Ravens played the Metros and the Storm played the Titles. I've uploaded some stadiums. Let me see. Boston's should be in there. Calgary's should be in there. California's should be in there, but we already did a California game. Yeah, those are the ones with stadiums. So if it works, if it doesn't look terrible, we'll do the Cowboys Inferno game. Cowboys swept to open their season. Inferno only won 1 game, but we'll see how it goes. This second series of the season, and if there's time, I'll do a second game, and we'll pick a league game for that one. Probably Chicago at Boston or Toronto, Ohio, or something like that. We did Montreal, Minneapolis, so it won't be those two. All right, without further ado, oh, and don't let me forget this. That's a new way of starting it too now. I got to start the Stats Plus desktop app, and I believe I've set it up correctly. It should go to all of your channels. Let me just double check the settings. If it erased those channels, I'd be so mad. Oh. Slack. All right, they're all there. Okay, so I hope it goes to the right channels. We should be good. All right, game 1 tonight, Arizona Cowboys, Calgary Inferno, with Mendoza, Victor Mendoza pitching for the visiting Cowboys. And fourth string starter, Dennis Conroy pitching for the Calgary Inferno. 4-star potential for the young right-hander, 26-year-old. 2.5 stars is overall rating currently. Last season he was 6-3 with a save. Now he's getting starts. So I guess he was pitching in the bullpen last year. We'll see how it goes this season. Oh, sorry, Vicente Mendoza. Both pitchers getting debuts tonight. And let's get things going. Oh, one thing I want to do before we start, save the game. Jim will be doing his broadcast for his games on Monday. All right. Yeah, I think Dennis Conroy is a good option. I think Conroy pitched fairly well in spring too, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, wait a minute. Why is Stats Plus not working? There we go. You can follow along on the real-time sim page as well if you really want to, but you'll see all the results come up here. All right, manage game. Sometimes to extend a Twitch stream too, I won't broadcast the games, but I'll do a real-time sim and put it like 150 speed or something like that, and you can watch the scores progress on the screen. So we should be at Inferno Ballpark. I did re-import the ballparks, so they should theoretically be functioning properly. Oh boy, I started Stats Plus twice. That's the problem. All right, there we go. Thought that was weird. Right, no worries, Jim. Tonight I'm drinking James Ready 5.5. By the way, here's the can. Brewed in Brampton, Ontario, Union made. It's a 5.5% alcohol beer with a price tag of $2 a can, which I think is like 50 cents American or something. It's ridiculous how much the markup is, guys, and your big greenbacks. Troy Olson's Arizona Cowboys. Troy never comes in to watch these. He's usually busy, isn't he? And Calgary Inferno, Addy Barlow's Calgary Inferno are the home team. Let's see how this one goes. Good luck, everybody. Conroy gets the balance of the pitching matchup there. And hey, it loaded. And it looks nice, actually. I did a pretty good job with this. So where there's big black squares in the outfield, those are supposed to be more seats. So the 3D imaging kind of screwed that up. But other than that, not bad. This is the Calgary Stadium. Off to right center field is the Inferno Bar and Grill with an outdoor terrace. And you can see the little umbrellas there. It's seating right by the stadium there. There's nice glass railings. They can see right down onto the field. Yeah, so not bad. It's a big field. You probably noticed it's got a huge foul area. That was one of the templates from a website I was using, and when I mapped it onto the 3D, it did turn out really big. So I don't know. Have a pool? We have a pool? You've got a pool in the stadium. There's a pool there. All right. Which one is that? Not Texas. Houston? No, it's not Houston. One of those stadiums down Arizona or something has they have a pool and like a waterfall and everything in the outfield. Arizona. Yeah, it's okay, yeah. That would be pretty cool, watching a ball game in your swimming trunks. Sipping on a beer. Floating around in a pool. But I hear nobody goes to those. Was there even a fourth floor of your high school? Or is it just 3? I've never seen I have seen a four-floor high school. It was in Toronto, though. That's funny. That is too funny. Dodgers went for a dip. The Diamondbacks were not too happy. All right, so we've got Dennis Conroy on the mound. Let's take a quick look at him. Last year he went to 6-3 with a save. Had 10 starts out of his 22 games. A whip of 140, not too impressive, but his 4.44 ERA was not bad. 81 strikeouts in 97 innings. His curveball's coming along. His stuff's getting better. And overall, he's been improving. He's already had a few seasons at the top level, but has mainly spent his time in the minors. The Vancouver native, born December 24th, 1997. Hey. Wow. How about that? One day after Addie's birthday. All right. And Jorge Velasquez on the mound. At the plate for Arizona. The native of Progreso, Mexico. $16 million contract on account of his incredible home run power, discipline, and speed. His pretty decent arm. Now, I don't know why you need a first baseman with an arm, but he's got one. He can play third base as well. So I guess he's sort of a Vladdy Guerrero Jr. type. Hit 284 last year with 25 boomers. Stole 23 bases, so he's a lot faster than Vladdy Guerrero. I can't see Vladdy stealing 24 bases. I can't see him stealing 4 bases. All right, let's get this game underway. We're at Inferno Park, and the stadium looks nice. Look at that. Bright red walls. I did good with this one. Strike 3 on a full count. That one catches the outside corner. And Velasquez goes down. David Michel, or David Michel, if you're a Frenchman. So far, 4 hits and 8 at-bats. He's been hitting up a storm. Let's see how Dennis Conroy handles him. And he gets a big hit off of him right into the left field alley. Extra bases. He's going for 3 as the throw comes all the way from center field. Kitagawa with that big arm, formerly of Houston, slash St. Pete's. And that is a 15th game straight that Michel has himself a hit, a 3-bagger to 1-out 3-bagger to get himself on base here. Tex Rudman, former Rookie of the Year. Just 2 hits so far this season, and he bangs up one up to second base. It's an RBI ground out as Michel scores on the 1-out 4-3 putout. Kavanaugh was all over it. No chance for Rudman, but Arizona's on the scoreboard. Zongming Gang now. The 1-2 pitch from Conroy comes in. Ground ball over to third. The throw across the diamond, and that's the end of the inning. And the one thing about the stadium here is, I guess you have to set up another camera angle to get the pitch view. So we're just going to have this one camera angle. I've only set up one camera angle on this one. So there we go. I don't think the other camera angles will work. There's only one camera available for this stadium, so I've got to fix that, but at least we got the stadium in. Kitagawa leading off for the Inferno. hitting .250 so far this season. The .357 on base percentage. He works a 1-2 count off of Mendoza and singles through the right side into right field. White retrieves the ball, throws it back in, and he's got himself a base hit. Katai picked up in a trade earlier this year in February with Chicago. Vicente Mendoza, by the way, making his season debut with Arizona, was 3-16 last season with 5 saves. He had 17 starts, so he wasn't pitching out of the bullpen the entire time. But that win-loss record definitely puts him in the low end of the rotation. He's looking to improve this year, but a 6.72 ERA. He's got a lot of room for improvement, that's for sure. Scott Carnell at the plate, making his first at-bat of today. And he drops a pop fly to deep second base, shallow center. Retrieved by Cody Luttrell. 1 away. Omar coming. Here he is. The big 1-2 pitch to Omar. Fly ball to left field. It drops, right field. Drops in front of White for a base hit. And Kitagawa makes his way all the way to third. He slides and he's safe. So it's first and third with 1 away. Here's Fernando Mendola. 0-2 pitch. Hits it hard on the ground to second. Are they going to double up? No, they get 1 out as Little is erased at second. But Kitagawa scores the tying run on the Mendola fielder's choice. And it's 1-1 here in the bottom of the first. Jose Torres next. 1-0 count. Line drive to center field. It drops in for a base hit. Rudman throws it to third to cut off Mendola. But Torres picks up a hit. Torres led the Metro League in home runs last season. He had 50. Hiroki Omiya, the next batter up. And Omiya played for New York last year. Actually split his time with California and New York. So this is his first year with Calgary. Was he a free agent signing? Check his history real quick here. He was he opted out, but he was traded by New York to Calgary. Along with that, the Vic Kane, John McAfee, John Dillman trade with $5 million in exchange for Ryan Rich, Alex Martinez, and Angel Payan. So he came over to Calgary in the trade that sent Rich, Payan, and Martinez to New York. Ryan Rich, we're all going to keep eyes on as well. He's a really, really good pitcher. That was tough for Addie to give up her number 2 pitcher. But hopefully has worked out. Here's Hiroki Omiya, 1-2 count, 2 on. Ground ball to the left side, over to third. The throw to first gets the out, and that's the end of the inning. But Calgary ties it up, 1-1. A 3-hit first inning to start things off. And we go to the top of the second. We'll check the out-of-town scores. And we should have lots of results. Chicago with a huge lead over Boston. I suspect that'll be a theme throughout the season. 9-2 is the score in the bottom of the 7th. 9-0 Toronto over Ohio in the top of the 6th. It's a 3-hitter so far. Makanakwamano, the Candyman, M&M, has just hit a 2-run home run for Toronto. Montreal with a big lead over Milwaukee, 11-3. They're going into the 7th, and it's all tied up in New York where Minneapolis is in town. It's 3 apiece in the bottom of the 6th. And none of the other Metro League games are in progress yet. This is the first one. All the other ones start at 10:05. Mono has 2 home runs tonight. Didn't notice that. Oh, wow, yeah, there it is. That gives him 3 on the season. 1 more, and he ties the team record. We did finally, last year, thanks for the beer me, babe, we did finally have a 4-home run game from Tom Domina of New York. The first player in Bull League history to hit 4 home runs in a game. Top of the second, and Dennis Conroy pitching to Joe Coopers, the shortstop. Swing and a miss on a curveball, on the 0-2 curveball, and he's gone. Conroy has rung up 2 tonight. Here's Cody Luttrell. 2-1 pitch, makes contact. It's on the ground to second. Kavanagh has it. A high throw to first, but it's there, caught by Torres. Had to leap for it. But he put the leather on it. Here's Jeremy White. 1-0 count. Conroy winds, delivers. And it's a line drive into right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. White improves his average. 3 hits and 4 at-bats. It's a .750 average. His first 2 hits of the season were home runs. So this is his first non-home run today, or this season. 2 out. White at first. Raul Peralta. I almost said Jake Peralta. Anyone ever watch that show? 2-0 count. Conroy winds, delivers. Sizzler of a ground ball all the way back to the wall in right field. And for some reason, Omar Little can't see it. He's not running for it. Instead, Torres had to go all the way out for it. Peralta taking his sweet time to get to first. And he's out! How about that? I love OOTP. So Peralta sauntered on down to first base, and Torres had all the time in the world to go back to the right field wall and walk the ball to first base. That's a couple hundred feet, by the way. Peralta only had 90 feet to go, but anyway, I love that glitch. Omar not coming. He was not coming at all. He said, "No, I'm too good for this ball." That's the end of the top of the second. Bottom of the second now. Nate Kavanagh starting off for the Inferno. Just 1 hit in 12 at-bats. He's been a little chilly his first 3 games. Let's see how he does in game 4. Full count, swing and a miss. Mendoza fans him. And that's the first strikeout of the night for the Arizona hurler. Hideo Kishimoto next up. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball to second. An easy relay for Luttrell to Michel, and that's 2 out. And now we get to Chris Santiago, the catcher, who is hitless in 4 at-bats. This is his first tonight. Sends one down the third base line, caught by Zongming Gang, and the throw across the diamond gets him. So a 1-2-3 inning for Calgary. We'll go to the top of the third. And we'll see Justin Palmer at the bottom of the Cowboys order. Palmer has a hit in 4 at-bats. And he gets a big swing here. It's back to the wall. It's gone. Nope. Sorry. It was caught. That was one of those no-doubter doubters. It was caught on the track by Little. It looked like it was going to clear the fence, but the ball gets really small on the screen, even the big screen, at that distance. 1 away as Palmer flies out to right field. Swing and a miss for Velasquez. He goes down on strikes. The patrons in the grill blew it back into the field, yep. And David Michel now, 2 out. 1-2 pitch. Conroy winds, delivers, and a called strike 3 to end it. 4th strikeout for Conroy tonight, who's having a phenomenal game. Grilled cheese. I can do that for you. I'll get you grilled cheese. During the intermission, between games, I'll grill you up a grilled cheese. 1-1 pitch to Kitagawa for Mendoza. It's right into the glove of first baseman Michel. Takes it the bag for out number 1. Scott Carnell now. 3-0 count. Mendoza winds, delivers. Check swing, and he went. No, he didn't go around, so it's a walk. on 4 straight balls. Yeah, he was all the way around the strike zone, but not in it. So Carnell has earned his base on balls, and here's Omar Little. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There goes Carnell with the steal to throw, not in time. Second stolen base of the season for Scott Carnell. Omar has a hit tonight. 4 in the season, including a home run. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He's going for a fork ball. It was high and inside, but still in the zone. And that's 2 away. Carnell in scoring position, though. Fernando Mendola is a big bat. Let's see what he can do. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Makes contact, line drive center field. Chasing it down is Rudman. He's there. Puts the squeeze on it, and that's out number 3. We go to the top of the 4th now. Still tied up at 1 apiece. Arizona up again. Nice close pitching matchup here. We'll check the out-of-town scores as it is a even-numbered inning, and it's 12-6 for Chicago so far, the top of the 8th, but it could get worse. Bases loaded for the Pitbulls with 1 out. 9-0 still for Toronto over Ohio. It's a 3-hitter in the top of the 8th. Montreal's leading Milwaukee 12-3. Boy, that's pretty lopsided down there, too. Still 3-3 for New York and Minneapolis. They're going into the 8th inning. And nothing has started yet for the rest of the Metro League games. Makanakwamano so far 2 for 2 tonight with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. And Roberto Gonzalez pitching up a storm. A 4-hit shutout with 5 strikeouts and a walk. Tex Rudman at the plate. 3-0 count as Conroy lines him up and misses on this ball 4, and that's the first walk of the night given up by Conroy. Rudman not that great of an eye at the plate, but he does have some speed now that he may try to capitalize on. Zongmin Gang at the plate. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Conroy. Ground ball, slow roller to third. Kishimoto charging it. No play, so no throw, and it's an infield single for Gang. Rudman moves to second. Here's Joe Coopers. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fans him on a splitter way inside and low. I don't know what Coopers was thinking there. But there's a 1 out on the board, and Cody Luttrell now at the plate. We're in the bottom half of the Cowboys lineup, but we're coming up to White, who's done fairly well so far this season. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, batting .750. Ground ball to the first baseman, and do they get him? No. So they get 1 out at second as Torres throws it to the shortstop, Carnell. Carnell goes back to first, but no out at first, so no double play. Luttrell safe at first on the fielder's choice. Rudman moves to third, 2 outs on the board. Jeremy White back at the plate. He's got 3 hits and 4 at-bats so far this season, and only one of those hits wasn't a home run. It was the single his first time around today. 2-2 pitch. Makes contact, charging it as a shortstop. Carnell, the throw to first, not in time. An infield single that scores Rudman, and Arizona takes a lead. 2-1 is the score. As White beats that throw from Scott Carnell, he really charged hard, but it was a slow roller to short. Luttrell at second base. Here's Raul Peralta. Had that very odd ground out to right field. And now he sends a single up the middle. It's going to be bases loaded. No. Luttrell trying for home. Here's the throw. Not in time. 3-1 for Arizona. Kitagawa hammers it home, but his arm just not strong enough. Omar Little with the cannon arm in right field. But Kitagawa a little bit less endowed in the strong arm department. So White and Peralta, 2 speedsters on the plate, on the base paths. Justin Palmer at the plate. Calgary trailing by 2. And now it's an RBI single to right. No, just a single as White holds up at third. This time Little had it in right field, and he's got that cannon arm. So White thought better of it. But bases loaded with 2 out. Jorge Velasquez is up to the plate. We've returned to the top of the order. Dennis Conroy getting a little bit rung up in this inning. He's pitched 75 pitches, 6 hits allowed, 3 earned runs. But his 5 strikeouts still looking very impressive. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short, and there's Carnell again. The throw to second to end the inning. And no damage is done. No further damage is done as Arizona just gets the 2. They come close to scoring more, but they are still just at 3-1 with their lead. Calgary will send Torres back up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 today. And again, he hit 50 home runs last year. We're still waiting for his first of this season, but we expect him to be around that number this year. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Mendoza. Line drive from Torres. It's going to drop in for a base hit to center field. Rudman fields it. It's a single for Torres as he parks himself at first base. Hiroki Omiya up next. Here's the pitch from Mendoza. Cranks one to left. It's flying. It's carrying. It's gone into the bullpen. 2-run home run has just tied it. Hiroki Omiya. He tied the game at 3 apiece. Nate Kavanaugh at the plate. Still no outs on the board. Vicente Mendoza still pitching a decent game. 5 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, just 2 strikeouts though. And he's been a little more efficient with his pitching. 58 pitches into the game. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Kavanaugh. And it's an infield pop-up. Zong Ming Gang fields it just in front of the shortstop, Coopers. 1 away. Hideo Kishimoto next up. Mendoza winds, delivers, sends it on the ground to third. A hot one to the hot corner. Zong Ming Gang throws to first, and that's 2 out. And now Chris Santiago. And he goes down on a fork ball. Strikeout number 3 for Mendoza, but the Inferno tie it up at 3 apiece. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Dennis Conroy facing David Michelle again. The 2-1 pitch. And it's a hot line drive to the right field corner. Back to the wall is Omar Little, who fields it, plays it in, but it's a double for Michelle. And he has had a hot bat this season. After tonight's sim, I will be updating Stats Plus, the website, with the first week's results. So I generally do it every 2 sims with the game up, with the stat updates. Tex Rudman at the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hammered hard right into the glove of Torres, who trots to the bag for out number 2. Sorry, out number 1. Michelle moves to third. So Rico, we broadcast games during the regular season. I try to do every sim night. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are our 4 sim nights every week. Since COVID started. It used to be just 3 times a week. So Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I would take Saturday off because usually I was busy. But with COVID, where are you going to go on a Saturday? So we're locked down here. Actually, Monday, our region goes back into its modified lockdown. But, yeah. But it's still, we may as well still be locked down. It's like... I don't know how it is down there, but anyway. So yeah, four times a week we stream during the regular season. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A line drive to right field. That one's going to cash in. Michelle Zongming Gang going for two. Here's the throw to second. Safe. Omar Little gunned it in there, but wasn't in time. 2-base hit for Gang, and then the Arizona Cowboys jump out in front 4-3. All our sims are at 10 p.m. Eastern time as well, which I think you're Eastern time, right, Rico? Because you're from Toronto, aren't you? Or anyway, you're in the time zone. Cooper's with a big hit to right field, right into the Inferno Bar and Grill terrace, and I think it knocked over someone's nachos right off the table. 2-run home run for Arizona. It's now 6-3, and that's going to be the end of our pitcher. Barney Redden coming into pitch now. The lefty matching up against the right-handed Cody Cottrell, which is not really an ideal matchup. There's only 2 lefties in the Cowboy lineup. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Redden. His first batter that he meets. Ground ball to short. And a high throw from Carnell. He gets him. Off the backhand. 2 outs. Jeremy White now. 1-1 pitch. White's 2 for 2 tonight. He's had a phenomenal start to this year. Batting 800. But he doesn't beat the throw from third, and it's a ground out. So 6-3 is the score as the Cowboys double up on Calgary. Go to the bottom of the 5th, and Calgary will try and answer. Katai Kitagawa at the top of the order. Already has a hit tonight. Vicente Mendoza still on the mound for Arizona. Ground ball to second. Handled easily by Cody Luttrell. And that's 1 out. Here's Vicente Mendoza pitching to Scott Carnell. 3-2 pitch. Carnell draws another walk. Second walk of the night for Mendoza. And both of them to Scott Carnell. Omar coming. Here he is, full count. Swings, ground ball back to Mendoza. The throw to second to get 1. They won't get Omar, though. And he trots into first with a fielder's choice. 2 outs on the board. Carnell erased on his way to second on the force out. Fernando Mendola back up. Still looking for his first hit tonight. Full count. Mendoza. Strike 3, swing and a miss. And that is the end of the inning for Calgary. Stranding Omar at first. Still trailing by 3. Top of the 6th. We'll check the out-of-town scores once again. 9:05 p.m. The Metro League games won't have started yet, I don't believe. Oh, no, they have. Sorry, my apologies. That's right. We're now on Prairie time, Central time. So the 10:05 is Eastern time. Those games have started now. And we have all finals in the Lake League. Chicago winds up 12-6 over Boston. Toronto, 9-2. Ohio did get a couple runs in at the end. It's a 9-2 final there. New York with a 7-5 final over the Ravens. And Montreal demolishing the Hops 14-3. How about that? Tom Demina now with Miami. Hit 2 home runs tonight in the Miami-Nevada game. And Miami's leading 4-0. It's the top of the 3rd. Still no hits for Nevada. Houston leading California 3-2. And they're in the bottom of the 3rd. And Washington, Seattle all tied up at 1 apiece. And that's our update around the league for now. Top of the 6th. Arizona up again. Raul Peralta will start things up for the Cowboys. 3-1 pitch from Barney Redden, and he misses wide for low for ball 4. And it's a walk. Peralta at first, looking to steal. Justin Palmer at the play. I can't see why he wouldn't be looking to steal. You know, you can do a screenshot too. Fly ball to shallow right. Kavanaugh plays it, and that's one away. Jorge Velasquez now, the DH. 0 for 3 tonight, just 2 hits on the season. He's had a slow start. There goes Peralta on the steal and the throw to second. He's safe. Peralta with his first steal of the season. Santiago was close, but just not there in time to get the quick-footed Raul Peralta. Here's Jorge Velasquez with a full count. Hammers it to right field. It's in the air, back to the track, but caught by Omar Little. Peralta moves to third on the out. Two away now. Full count to David Michel. Draws the walk. Second walk of the game given up by Redden. And at a critical time. Looks like Redden pitching low in the zone. He's almost out of gas. 26 pitches in, and he's just about done. And now he's facing Tex Rudman, who can certainly make him pay when he wants to, although so far his start to the season has been slow. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Barney fans him, and that's the end of the inning. So Arizona strands 2. They get nothing across the plate, but they still hold the lead 6-3. Vicente Mendoza still on the mound for the Cowboys. He's pitched 5 innings, 5 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, struck out 4. Jose Torres, who's 2 for 2 at the plate, will face him for a third time. It's a 3-1 count. Mendoza winds, delivers, ball 4. Low, just out of the zone, but in favor of Torres, and he will take a walk. Infield at double play depth. Here's Hiroki Omiya, who homered earlier, had that 2-run shot to tie the game for Calgary back in the 4th. Mendoza with a 3-2 pitch. Up in the air to left. It's not going to have the distance. Chasing it down is Peralta, and that's out number 1. And Jonathan Mycock coming up to pitch. Making his season debut. No. He's on the Cowboy. He's the Cowboys reliever. Jonathan Mycock will pitch to Nate Kavanaugh. I'll trade for him. Ground ball. Oh, what a catch by Zhongming Gang, who dove for it just before it hit the ground, and Kavanaugh, dejected, but tips his hat to Gang for the catch. That's Troy. Two away. Hideo Kishimoto at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Swung on. It's a fly ball. Center field. Straightaway center. Rudman should have an easy beat on it, and he does. And he makes the catch. Still 6-3 for Arizona. We're going to the top of the 7th. Zhongming Gang back up to the plate. He's 2 for 3 tonight. With an RBI, Barney Redden has so far kept the Cowboys in check, but the damage has been done already, and they hold the lead. First pitch to Gang, taken to left field for a base hit, a line drive even, just out of reach, past Kishimoto's outstretched glove. He couldn't get to it. Mendola throws it in, and Gang is on first with a single. That's it for that pitcher, and we're going to see Dave Varner come in to pitch. Already has an inning of work under his belt. Earlier in the first series of the season. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Coopers. Joe Coopers with a ground ball to third. Charging in is Kishimoto. The throw to first. Not in time. Infield hit for Zhongming Gang. For Coopers. Gang goes to second. Cody Luttrell now, 2 on, no out. The pressure's on Calgary to keep this lead short, to give them a chance to catch up. Here's a fly ball to first. Torres makes the grab. Jeremy White now, who's been on fire this season. 4 for 6 at the plate, 2 home runs. He's had a couple of singles tonight. Hammers another single up the middle, a bouncer into center field. Kitagawa is there to grab it, throw it in, but it's bases loaded with 1 out for Raul Peralta. Hey, Legacy's here. Welcome. And Legacy beard me. So I've got to get a beer in a sec here. It's almost 11. This game's going to be a few more minutes, so I'll get that beer in a sec there, Legacy. 1-0 count. I'll do it at the 7th inning stretch. Line drive up the middle. Drops in for a base hit. Kitagawa couldn't get there in time, and Gang crosses the platter. It's 7-3 for the Cowboys. And they maintain their loaded bases. Justin Palmer's at the plate now. Just 1 out. 13 hits for the Cowboys. It's been an onslaught of hitting out of the Arizona lineup tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Varner. Swing and a miss from Palmer. He goes down on strikes. Calgary a little bit happier about 2 outs on the board. And here's Velasquez, who is hitless tonight. 0-2 pitch. Hammers this one right to second base. Kavanaugh with the relay to first, and that puts him away. But Arizona gets another one. And it's 7-3 as we go into the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time, and I'm going to be right back and get myself a brewski. Hey, Legacy wants the scoreboard. Let's check that out. And here's your beer me. My foamy head beer. At least 2 inches ahead on there. Two inches. That's my guess. All right, so we have some scoring updates in the Metro League. 4-4 for Nevada and Miami in the bottom of the 5th. Houston leading California 6-5. That'll make Brandon happy if he ever shows up again. He's already 3-0, but I haven't seen him in a stream in forever. Washington leading Seattle 2-1. They're going into the 6th. And Rob McMonigal didn't even export. All right. 2 hitter friendly, eh? It is a hitter friendly park, but they've historically had great pitching, which has kind of moderated that. Alamoda, a couple others, they've had some pretty good arms. I mean, all the Metro League hits well. I mean, all the ERAs, the average ERA is like 5. So a lot of runs get scored in the Metro League. Bottom of the 7th, Calgary up again. Here's another hitting friendly park. So we've got 18 hits so far. And 2.5 innings to go, potentially. Chris Santiago up again against Jonathan Mycock, and he gets a single to center field. Addy grins every time I say that pitcher's name. Base hit for Santiago to start off the 7th for Calgary. And here's Katai Kitagawa back up to the plate. Career .329 hitter with 99 home runs. Not a big home run guy, but he does get them enough that it's always nice when your leadoff guy hits home runs. He's historically been a leadoff guy with his incredible average and great speed. And he lines out to short here. Coopers is there in time to make the play. Santiago stays firm at first. Scott Carnell up again. Had 2 walks tonight. So he's got that going for him. 3-1 pitch and a 3rd walk tonight for Scott Carnell. I suspect his I rating should be a little bit higher than 50. He's now gotten a walk, I think, off of every pitcher he's faced. All 3 pitchers for the Cowboys. So 2 on, 1 out. Omar Little up to the plate. Grounds to second, and is it? No, it's not going to be a double play, but they do get Carnell at second to put 2 outs on the board. Runners at first and third for Fernando Mendola, who's so far been stymied at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he slices that one to third. The long throw across the diamond gets him. That's out number 3 and the end of the 7th. Top of the 8th. We just checked the scoreboard, so we won't check it again just yet. Mycock pitching to Peacock. That's funny. David Michel, the left-handed batter for the Cowboys, hitting 545 with 3 home runs this season. Not bad for a second of the order guy. 1-1 pitch from Dave Varner. Hit hard, just out of reach from Kavanaugh. Bounces into center field. Kitagawa retrieves it. Just a single for Michel to start things off here in the 8th. And Arizona has tagged a 14th hit onto that total. Tex Rudman at the plate. Sends a big fly ball to left field this time. Mendola is there to make the catch. 1 out. And Jim Barrett is going to come in to pitch now. This is the 4th Calgary pitcher, I believe. Michel at first. 1 out on the board. Zongming Gang, who's 3 for 4 at the plate. He's been hitting gangbusters. I said a funny. Gangbusters. Grounds to third, and charging in Kishimoto. The throw to first gets him, and that's the inning. So we go to the bottom half of the 8th. Calgary trailing 4. Jose Torres, who's 2 for 2 tonight, he will step up to the plate. The batsman's holding the bowler's willy. That is funny. Holding Willie. Appreciate such base humor. It's great. First pitch from Mycock to Torres. Line drive to left. It drops in for a base hit all the way back to the wall. Chasing it down is Peralta. Torres with a leadoff double is in scoring position now. And he'll be followed up by Omiya, who had a home run earlier today, his first of the season. Sends this one to the right side, a ground out to second that advances Torres to third at the cost of 1 out on the board. Here's Nate Kavanaugh looking for his first hit tonight. And he only has 1 on the season. He's not had a very good start to the year. 2-0 pitch, though. And he sends one through the right side just out of reach of David Michel into right field, scoring Torres. And it's 7-4 as Calgary closes that gap ever so slightly. 1 out on the board. Kishimoto at the plate, tying run on deck. Here's the pitch to Kishimoto. Ground ball to first. They get Kavanaugh going to second, but the throw back to first not in time. And with 2 outs, Calgary still stays alive here. Kishimoto at first, Santiago at the plate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Another line drive to right, and White is there quickly to chase it down. Just a single. 2 runners on base. and Katai Kitagawa at the plate. So the tying run at the plate now for Calgary. 0-2 pitch. Hits it. It's a slow roller to first. Wycock covering the bag, and he's there in time. Kitagawa is out. Calgary gets a run, but nothing else. Stranding a pair of base runners. It is 7-4 as we go to the top of the ninth. And Scott wants to check the scoreboard one more time. We shall do so. And we already reported the Lake League finals, but they're there on the screen anyway. Miami leading Nevada 10-4. The defending Metro League champs faced Nevada in the Metro League Championship Series last year too and prevailed. Tom Demina, I think, makes Miami a pretty good team. 2 home runs again for Demina this game. Boyer, Silcox lining up home runs as well. Cletus Avery, TK Yang with homers of their own for Nevada. So Nevada's got their work cut out for them against Miami. Huge offense now. Houston leading California, almost said Calgary, California 7-5. They're in the top of the 6th. And Washington with a 1-run lead over Seattle, 2-1. Yeah, it's 14 hits in that Nevada stadium. It's a domed stadium. So these things will happen. But, yeah, Tom Demina, 2 for 3 at the plate, 2 home runs and 3 RBIs, just behind Mono in top performances of the day. Back in the action here in the Inferno Ballpark. Jim Barrett facing Joe Coopers, who's 2 for 4 at the plate with a home run. Swing and a miss. Coopers fanned on looks like a cutter. (3-2) pitch to Cody Luttrell, and that's in there for a walk as Barrett couldn't find the zone for that 6th pitch. 1 on, 1 out. Jeremy White now at the plate. And what a huge game he's had. Huge start to the season. Ground ball back to Barrett. Barrett gets it, throws to second. White safe at first on a fielder's choice. And Luttrell out at second on the force. 2-way. Raul Peralta now. There goes the steal. White going for second. The throw late from Santiago won't be in time. First steal of the season for Jeremy White. And now it's a full count to Raul, who hammers it to center field. Chasing it down is Kitagawa. Makes it there in time, and that is the end of the 9th for Arizona. So Calgary has 3 runs to make up here in the bottom of the 9th. They're at the meat of their order, Carnell, Little, and Mendola. But so far this season, they've had just a limited amount of progress in getting runs across. Carnell, 3 RBIs and a home run. Little, 3 RBIs and a home run. Mendola, 2 RBIs. Let's see how they pan out. 3-0 count to Carnell. Draws his 3rd walk of the season, the 4th walk of the season. And Carnell ties the Calgary Inferno regular season game record for bases on balls with 4. I wonder if he's the record holder, actually, if he's tied himself. We'll have to check the stats afterwards. But Scott Carnell walked 4 times tonight. So he's doing an impressive job at getting on base. Now it's up to Omar Little to try and get him home. Malcolm Danton comes in to pitch for Arizona. To 1-0 count. And Omar Little with a base hit to right field, and Carnell not stopping at second. He goes all the way to third. He knows the pressure's on to score. No, sorry. It looked like he passed right by second. I hate it when the camera pans like that. Carnell held up at second. And with his speed, I thought for sure he'd go. Jeremy White, though, ran down that ball quickly and had it in. So Little at first, Carnell at second. Here's Fernando Mendola at the plate. It's a 2-2 pitch from Danton. Ground ball to second. They get the force at second base, and they turn two. Carnell moves to third, but there are 2 outs on the board now. And Jose Torres at the plate. Torres has hit every time he's come at bat, but he has never hit against Malcolm Danton. Here's the pitch. Hits a big fly ball to center field, and it looks like Rudman should have this easily. That's the ball game. Cowboys take this one 7-4 after a parade of hits and a big 5th inning, 3 runs in the 5th that put them way up ahead. Calgary unable to answer. 7-4 final, 14 hits for the Cowboys, 10 for the Inferno, no errors on the game. The winning pitcher tonight was Vicente Mendoza, his first win of the season. Malcolm Danton picks up save number 3, and Dennis Conroy picks up a loss in his debut. Scott Carnell did tie the Calgary regular season game record for bases on balls with 4. He walked 4 times, and we'll check the stats to see who has that record. David Michel was player of the game. And that is it for game 1. I've got to make a grilled cheese now, so I'm going to put the stream on intermission real quick. It'll only take about 5 minutes to make this thing, but I will be back shortly. Before I move on, I will give you the finals from the Metro League. You guys should have had the Lake League finals a few times already. So yeah, the Cowboys beat the Inferno 7-4. Oilers beat the Titles 12-10. Big scoring affair there in California. 21 hits for Houston, 19 for the Titles. Just incredible. And everyone's on their 4th starter now, so I'm not really that surprised. But that's still a lot of hits. Miami Storm down the Speeders 14-10. And the Salts double up in the Freedom 4-2. Let's check the single game records for Calgary. And it's, what was it? Were we looking for walks? Scott Carnell tied. Oh, there's a bunch of people. So numerous people. Carnell actually is on there as well. He last time he walked 4 times was in 2022. The last batter from Calgary to walk 4 times was Glenn Hradecki last season, August 15th last season. But it's a feat that's been accomplished numerous times. Danny Hurtado, looks like Cesar Torres did it twice. Omar Little did it in 2021. So a fair number of batters have achieved that feat. All right, we'll advance the game to Saturday. And before we broadcast our next game, yeah, go for the touchdown instead of the field goal. Exactly. So it's a toss-up between Pitbulls Brawlers, Nomads Oxen, and I'm kind of leaning towards Nomads Oxen. We haven't done an Oxen game in a while. So I'm going to put this up here. And I won't put the intermission screen on, but I will turn the camera off while I go cook oops, there we are. While I go cook the grilled cheese. I'll be right back, folks. Here you can peruse the lineups for these 2 games while I go make this quick, and I should be back in about 5 minutes. All right. Looks like I missed some of the chat there. What's going on here? Not much pitching in that game. Yeah, the Speeder Dome is very hitter friendly. I mean, not exceedingly so, but that 1.16 triples, that's probably, especially with faster players, you're going to result in a lot of runs there. Dodger Stadium, not a hitter-friendly park. Very much the opposite. All right, let me turn my picture back on. Hey, hello everybody. So by now you guys should have had a good chance to look at my Nomads and the Ohio Oxen. By the way, I love these logos too. I spent a lot of time on those logos. If you're looking for a good logo app, there's a few out there. Just a Fan logo creator. I found a link. There was an article for it on the OOTP forums. If you want, I can send you the file, but I can also probably post a link to where you can find it. You have to install it on your system, but it works really well. And I found a whole bunch of resources for stock logos. All right. As you can see, the matchup fairly favoring the Nomads. That said, Jeremy Evans and Steve Simcoe, a guy I've never heard of, seem to have the matchups at those positions over Jay Palangan. I'm surprised. Palangan's a 4-star potential guy, but he's only 2 stars right now. My up-and-coming second baseman in the lineup, I think because of an injury. I think I have somebody injured. That's why he's not. My regular's not in. Chris Pacheco at the bottom of my rotation, making a start, and Guillermo Martinez starting for Ohio. And I had to move my laptop over to make room for some food here, so I can't really see the whole big screen. A little bit of room I need for the mouse. All right, so let's get this game rolling. Thanks again for joining us tonight. By the way, everyone, it's 11 viewers. I like it. Yeah, I think they are. I think they're by lineup slot. And yeah, Palangan, probably a better second baseman. Oh, what camera angle is this? Tell me I have another one. There we go. Why is my stadium not here? More importantly, where's my stadium? Yeah, so we had the third base stands camera on. I did load the... oh, no, it's Ohio. That's why. Okay, never mind. If it was a Toronto home game, we would see my stadium. It's not a Toronto home game. Here we go. All right. This is good enough. Rafael Alanis, the center fielder for the Nomads and current team hitting leader, leads off against Guillermo Martinez. Yeah, the first base angle is pretty cool, eh? I beat Ohio game 1. How do we switch back to that view? All right. Excuse me. Ground out for Carolina Reaper to follow Alanis. And how do I get it to stop doing that? Ridiculous. All right. Pitch camera view. Action camera view. That's what's going on. All right. So the action camera, we'll keep it at wide. All right. That should fix it. Mike Ryba with 2 outs. Swing and a miss on the 3-2 pitch. Guillermo fans him, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Toronto. All right. Matt Gibson leading off for Ohio against Chris Pacheco, making his season debut here. 1-1 pitch, ground ball to third. Reaper with the throw to first, and that's 1 out. Here's Chris Pacheco and Al Starrett. Bounces a base hit to left field. Third baseman Starrett. It's a single as Dumoulin throws it back in. Jeremy Evans with a fly ball to center field, played by Alanis. And with 2 out, Starrett still at first. Here's Florian Leroy, the current team hitting leader. Grounds to the left side, diving for third baseman Reaper. The throw across the diamond, not in time. Infield single for Florian Leroy, who last year was the top hitter for Ohio as well, I believe. Oh boy. Oh no. Anju Pei rating with a party of 7 Raiders. Thank you, Anju. Thanks for the raid, and thanks for coming to join us. I'm assuming another OTP Raider, OTP streamer. Name's kind of familiar. I think I might have raided you once. But welcome, everyone. We are watching the Toronto Nomads and Ohio Oxen in our second stream of the 2024 season in our fictional online OOTP 21 League. Thanks for the beer me, Scott. Big swing from Kevin Mullins back to the right field alleyway. It's going to score some runs. Starrett crosses the plate. So does Florian Leroy. It's a triple for Mullins. A 2-run triple to get Ohio on the scoreboard here in the first. Oh, okay. GM from FK and Commissions League. Excellent. Streams Madden and MLB. I like it. I've watched, we've rated some MLB streamers, so I'll have to make sure to return the favor to you one of these days. Cody K wants to see the dog. And here she is. Here's the pupper. The 12-week-old pupper is making an appearance. Our mascot, the league mascot.
She has hiccups now.
She's so thrilled she's got hiccups, everyone. All right. 2-away. Mullins at third. And our batter now is Sinfronio Quillabia. 1-0 count. Pacheco sends it in there. Ground ball to third. The throw across the diamond, and that's out number 3. So Ohio gets a pair of runs to draw first blood here in the first. It's the top of the second. We'll check the out-of-town scores. Boston leading Chicago in the bottom of the first, 2-0 there. Chicago demolished Boston in the first game of the series. Metro's ballpark, Montreal hosting Milwaukee again. It's 0-0 in the bottom of the first. And Minneapolis Ravens leading New York 1-0 going into the second. Ryan Rich pitching for New York. All of the Metro League games are starting a little bit later. Arizona continues their series in Calgary. Washington still in Seattle. Miami is in Nevada, and California hosting Houston. Back to the game action here at the Ox Ranch in Cincy, Cincinnati. Now, the Oxen used to play in Toledo, Ohio. That was their original home. Just because, why not? Not even the state capital, I don't think either, is it? And then they moved to Cincinnati a couple seasons ago. That's right. Columbus is I knew that because I GM'd the Columbus Aces in another league. And I used to do YouTube videos and all kinds of stuff. Ask Scott and Troy. They were in that league. Go Aces. Troy, here's what a nice guy. Not Troy. There's a crazy guy. What's his name now? Mikey Bruyere. Here's what a nice guy he was. He sent me a hat in the mail. It was a Columbus Aces logo hat. I met some Americans up at our big amusement park here in Toronto, which is Wonderland, Canada's Wonderland. And they were from Ohio, and they had memberships at Cedar Point. And so they came up, and they're like, oh, well, apparently it's the same owners. So they said, well, yeah, our membership at Cedar Point gets us into Canada's Wonderland. So we just came up for the day. I'm like, oh, wow. Scott remembers, Hat Man. And Mikey Bruyere sent me a hat, ball cap of my team in that league, which was nice of him. All right, where are we? Top of the second, Toronto sending Joseph Dumoulin up to the plate. Ground ball to short, played by Santos, over to first, one away. An easy out. Makanako Amano had 2 home runs in the first game of the series, and he gets one here. No. Where'd that go? The center fielder disappeared. The ball disappeared. It's a double. We don't know where the ball went, but it's a double. The Candyman doubles in his first at-bat today with 1 out. Thanks for the beer, Miati. Sam Idiel's at the plate. 2-2 pitch. And a shallow right field pop-up played by Sinfronio Kiabia for out number 2. Mono stays put at second base. And now it'll be Jay Palangan, the second baseman, with his first at-bat of the game. Out of the park. Yeah, it might have been a ground rule double. I'm not sure what it's trying to show us there. Everyone disappeared. Center fielder shouldn't leave the field and go get himself a hot dog out of the concessions. Palangan grounds the third to end it, stranding a Toronto runner, and it's still 2-0 for Ohio. Steve Simcoe batting from the left side, the DH. Switch hitting DH, batting left against the right-hander Chris Pacheco. Here's the pitch from Pacheco. Line drive to the gap in right. Nobody there. Chasing it down is Alanis. Throws it in. It's going. Simcoe's going for 3. Slides into third base. He's safe. So a leadoff triple for Ohio, who's really got a tremendous amount of offense this year. Last year they finished last place, but they won 2 of their 3 to open the season series, and now they've got quite a showing here in this game. I think they scored quite a few runs. Actually, their scoring wasn't so great, but they had a lot of hits, in game 1 of this series. Tanjiro Sabito asking, he's new to OOTP. Any tips you can give on how to play? It really depends on what you're playing. If you're playing an MLB save and you're not in an online league, it's a great opportunity to learn. You'll probably know all the players, the MLB players. So, I mean, really just experiment with it, I guess. If you're new to online leagues, if you're playing in online leagues, bully the fellow GMs. If you're playing in online leagues, then I can't stress this enough. Look at the ratings, understand the rules of the league you're in, and just try to manage your rosters. Simcoe at third after a leadoff triple. John Taylor at the plate. Use intimidation tactics. 0-2 pitch from Pacheco. Ground ball to third. Reaper with he charged it. Couldn't get a hold on it. Drops the ball, and Taylor reaches on an error. Simcoe scoring on the error, and it's 3-0 for the Oxen. The Oxen, by the way, their GM Dylan. If you haven't heard the story already, and those GMs that have been in the league a while will have heard it, Dylan and I started the Bull League. I started it, but Dylan was the first GM that signed up back in 1989 when we were both in high school. Bobby Santos drops a single in center field. Taylor moves to second. Dylan and the Ohio GM and I both had our own leagues on Earl Weaver Baseball, which we ran off our Amiga systems. I had a Commodore Amiga 500, and I later had an Amiga 2000. And it would take 2 hours to sim a game. So the league's schedule was very short. It was only 30 games back then. There you go, Tanjiro. The old great gamer. A few of the viewers here, a few of the GMs have been playing for a while, and I've been playing this game since 2016, and I keep learning stuff. So this is 2021. That's 5 years now. 2 on, no out. Matt Gibson at the plate. A 2-1 pitch from Pacheco. Line drive to left. It's carrying. It's gone. 3-run home run for Ohio. And they are back with a vengeance. Ohio won the Bull Cup in 2016. They've had quite a difficult time making the playoffs since then. They did make, I think, 1 or 2 playoffs since then. But they are looking to get back in, chomping at the bit, as they say. Al Starrett back at the plate. That's Gibson's first home run of the season, by the way. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Pacheco. Hammers a line drive to the right field corner. Bounces off the wall. Big carom right into the glove of Ryba, who throws it into the infield. Starrett with a double. Still no outs in the board. And I think we're going to see the end of Pacheco very shortly. He's given up 7 hits, 6 runs. And indeed, Marco Almaguer comes in to pitch. Jeremy Evans at the plate. Evans grounds the first. Mono takes it the bag, and we finally have an out here in the second inning. Starrett moves to third on that play. And here's Florian Leroy. Nice, Cody. I love it. I'm guessing you're a Pirates fan. I think you mentioned this before. You're a Pirates fan. I like the Pirates. Always wanted to go to a game in Pittsburgh because the stadium's like right downtown. Like it's supposed to be a really, from what I recall, a really scenic stadium to watch a baseball game in. The Three Rivers there. Pittsburgh, you got like kind of mountains in the background and stuff. I've driven through downtown Pittsburgh a couple times. And yeah, unfortunately, a team that's been mistreated by the owners for a long time. Cardinals are a good team too. I like St. Louis. I've driven through that town too on my way to Texas. Florian Leroy at the plate, one away. This one inside, gets away from Charlie Potter all the way back to the backstop. And Starrett comes and scores on that one. It is 7-0 here in the second inning. Ohio just trouncing Toronto right now. And look at that one. Florian Leroy with a seeing eye single to left. Pokes it through the defense. Just out of reach of Carolina Reaper. Carolina Reaper, by the way, named after an exceedingly hot pepper. I thought, well, that's a good name for a player. Carolina Reaper. Apparently it's hotter than Scotch bonnets. I don't think I named a player Scotch bonnet, though. There goes the runner. Leroy with the steal. He's in. Safe. First steal of the season for Florian Leroy. Kevin Mullins now with a 1-1 count. Marco Almaguer throws the pitch in. Ground ball to the third baseline. Reaper mishandles another one. Second error of the night for Carolina Reaper. I'm going to have to rethink his positioning at that defensive position. Runners in the corners now. Sinfroni Kayabi at the plate. Ohio just trouncing me right now. Pop fly to right field. Should be playable for Ryba. It is. And the runner tags up. Florian Leroy home. He's out. He's out on the slide. Don't run on Ryba. Ryba guns him down from right field. Only about mid-range in right field, too. But Ohio still with the 5 runs has made it 7-0 after 2. Top of the third. Had 2 Carolina Reapers in one sitting years ago. I greatly regretted it later. Not only is your mouth on fire and your beer bill really through the roof, but probably later, much later, when you're visiting the bathroom. Interesting perspective, Jim. Frank Borkowski at the plate for the Nomads. And he grounds to the left side. Third baseman Starrett handles that one easily. 1 down. And Martinez pitching to Charlie Potter, the catcher. Yeah, I get heartburn pretty easily. Just ask Addy. I pop Pepsid like they're going. Actually, I was at the pharmacy today. I should have got more Pepsid. Yeah, Pepsid's my friend. 2-2 pitch to Potter. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He goes down on a 98-mile-an-hour heater. High cheese takes care of Potter. That's Martinez's second strikeout tonight. Try to look around my laptop here. Two out for Rafael Alanis. There's a video on YouTube of Gordon Ramsay trying hot wings. I think it's wings. Anyway, things in hot sauces. It was wings, wasn't it? Addie and I watched it. And this guy's like, it's like a talk show or an interview show. But the guy doing the host is like, okay, now try this wing. And then he asks him a question while he's eating this million SHU pepper wing, and it goes from crazy to ridiculous. He's drinking milk. He's like putting ice on his tongue. It's nuts. All right, here we go. Steve Simcoe steps back up to the plate. 1-for-1 today. Marco Almaguer came in as a relief pitcher. He's now got one completed inning. and it was a bad one. He came in after Ohio scored 7 runs, so he's so far held Ohio scoreless, just to 1 hit. But the reason why he came in second is not great. Oh, Alton Brown's sneaky. Simcoe with an infield hit. On base again, Mono holding him at first. Here's John Taylor. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Al McGuire with the strikeout. First tonight, 7th of the season. Here's Bobby Santos. 1-1 pitch. Looked like a high fastball. A line out, or pop up, I guess, to Ideals at short, just behind second base. 2 away for Matt Gibson. Full count. There goes the runner. And it's in the air to center field. Chasing it down is Alanis on the track. He gets there in time. And that's out number 3. A leaping catch from Rafael Alanis in center field. Guillermo Martinez still on the mound for Ohio. He'll pitch the 4th inning here. But before we get underway, we'll check the out-of-town scores. And here we go. Boston leading Chicago 2-1. They're still in a surprising lead against the defending Bull Cup champions. And it's the bottom of the 4th there. Milwaukee, Montreal all tied up at 4 apiece. They're going into the 4th. And the Ravens leading New York 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th. Metro League games not underway yet. Carolina Reaper up to the plate for his 2nd time around. 3 for 21 so far this season. He's off to a slow start. The 143 average, no walks. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to short. Played by Santos over to first. That's 1 down. And now it's Mike Ryba, who last year was, I think he was 20 home runs last year. Let's take a quick look here. 18, he was close. 24 the year before that. It's a full count. Draws the walk out of Guillermo Martinez. Here's Joseph Dumoulin. And a pickoff throw to get Ryba. He gets him. And now there's 2 outs on the board there. Guillermo Martinez with the nifty move to get Ryba leading off too far at first base. Mullins was there to make the catch, and that is 2 outs. Here's Dumoulin. Swung on line drive, opposite field, left field into the corner, retrieved by Evans. Dumoulin slides into second with a double, and with 2 outs, Toronto has finally a runner in scoring position. This might be the first time tonight, only their 2nd hit. The Candyman, Makanako Mano, at the plate. Hitting .444 this season. He has a hit tonight. The only other hit for Toronto. Martinez eyes him up, sends in a 2-1 pitch. It's a line drive to center. Gibson's there to cut it off. Let's see if Dumoulin goes for home. He does. Here's the throw. Not in time. And Toronto is on the scoreboard. 7-1 is the score. The Nomads have a long way to go. But every rally starts with a run. Paxton to the Mariners. Didn't he come from the Mariners? Canadian guy, and he no hit the Jays. I remember. I thought the Yankees get him, or weren't the Jays trying to get him? They went back to Seattle, eh? Ideals at the plate, 2 out, mono at first. Here's the 2-0 count. Ground ball to second, easily played by Kiabia over to first, and that is out number 3. So 7-1 as we move to the bottom of the 4th. Ohio with a significant lead. Yeah, I'm not following all the big names, but I seem to remember Paxton went to New York, so I was right. Al Starrett, 2 for 2 at the plate. He's having a phenomenal time. Fantastic performance tonight. 3-1 count from Al McGuire. This one misses wide for ball 4. Low and outside, actually. And Starrett at first. Here's Jeremy Evans. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called on Evans. He goes down, and that's only the second strikeout tonight for Al McGuire. Evans, despite having a pretty decent eye, just not having a great start to the year. Season average now dips to .056. Bingo! Florian Leroy at the plate. Full count to him. Inside pitch, ball 4, and he'll take a walk. And we see a shift to the right here from the infield for Kevin Mullins. 1-1 pitch from Damian Hines, who's come in relief. Ground ball to third. The throw to second gets the force. That's 2 away. No throw to first to get Mullins. A wise move by Toronto's defense to not risk throwing away the ball and Starrett at third. Could have gone home. 1-1 pitch. Runners in the corners. Ground ball back to the mound. Hines throws to first, and that's the out. That ends the inning. I don't really count 2020 as a season, though. It was only 60 games. I mean, I know it's a season. It's such a drag to have a season that's not even half the length of a regular season. And they got to leave it on the record books. That's the worst part. Shouldn't even count. They just call it an exhibition season. Jay Palangan at the plate for Toronto. He's definitely looking to start a rally, but with that 188 average so far, he's going to have to make some improvements to do that. Here's the 1-2 count from Martinez. Swing and a miss on an inside changeup. And he's gone. And it'll be Frank Borkowski next. 2-2 pitch from Martinez. Makes contact. Fly ball. Shallow center. No, not even getting out of the infield. Shortstop Santos has that one behind second base. Every game counts for 2.7 games. Yeah. Then they should. Well, and I know they tried doing doubleheaders a lot, but really, it's ridiculous. They should have done. If they're really that concerned, they should have done the whole everyone plays in Arizona thing. Isolate in Arizona. Play at the spring parks and everywhere else there. Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, the players' union is really strong for the MLB. It took a while for the other leagues, the NHL in particular, to get a strong union going. I mean, there were players, making peanuts right up until the 90s. I mean, I think the other sports did allow people to opt out, but so many Major League Baseball players opted out. It's just so funny. They're like, I'm not going to play. Well, why would I play? I mean, if I don't sign into work every morning during the week, I don't get paid. Can't play baseball remotely, although you can in OOTP. Charlie Potter at the plate with 2 outs. 2-2 count for Martinez. Strike 3 called, gets him looking, and Martinez has rung up 4 batters tonight. What a game he's having. Dylan was worried about his pitching, and he has had pitching issues in the last couple seasons, but I think he's doing okay so far this year. I mean, it's a long season, but it's a promising start for the Oxen. Yeah, at least 154 game schedule makes sense though, because I mean that used to be the length of the schedules back before the 60s, right? Bottom of the 5th, Steve Simcoe, 2 for 2 tonight. He's going to lead off against Hines here in the 5th. Hines winds up, delivers. Simcoe with a line drive up the middle, bounces in front of Alanis a couple times. It's a base hit. Simcoe has now reached base all 3 times he's been at bat, and all on base hits. Here's John Taylor. Full count. Misses wide. Taylor takes a base on balls, while Simcoe moves to second. Here's Bobby Santos. Grounds to short, leaping for it and diving his ideals. Comes up with it, but he's going to put it in his pocket. No play, and with no out, the bases are drunk for Ohio. Matt Gibson at the plate. 0-1 pitch from Hines, and it plunks Gibson, and that's going to put a run across the plate the hard way. Gibson moves to first. Simcoe charges home. Taylor and Santos take another base, and it's still sacks full with no outs. 8-0 for the Oxen. Dylan, I swear to God, Dylan, you'd be loving watching this game. Of course, if Dylan was watching this game, it wouldn't be 8-1 for Ohio. Did I say 8-0? 8-1. Al Starrett at the plate. Again, 2 for 2 at the plate. 1-2 hit, line drive to left field. It's going to drop in front of Dumoulin. A base hit that's going to score at least 2 runs as Taylor and Santos cross the platter and make it 10-1. Gibson moves to second. Yeah, I was right. 60s. Yeah, 1961. All right. I've forgotten more about baseball than some people know, which is scary because I was not that well educated about baseball, but yeah. I thought they played short seasons right up until, I was guessing before the 60s, but 61, early 60s. Finally an out as Hines gets a strikeout. Florian Leroy, who also has hit every at-bat, is back up to the plate. It's a 3-1 count. Makes contact, line drive into the corner in left field. Dumoulin chasing this one. It doesn't Karam. He's got to go right into the corner. Karam, if you want. Gibson scoring start, moves to third. Leroy at second. It's an RBI double. 11-1 is the score as the Oxen are running it up on the Nomads. Perhaps making up for the game 1 of this series. Kevin Mullins at the plate. And he drops a line drive into the corner and left. And wow, the pitching is just getting lit up here. Hines, despite his velo, really needs to think about retirement. I know he was the closer for Toronto last year, but I managed to snag a pretty decent closer in the offseason, a free agent. And now I don't need this guy. Danny Contreras comes in to pitch. Thank God. Someone might be able to stem the flow of these runs. Yeah, it's definitely not my game. 13-1. Mullins at second. Sinfronio Chiabi at the plate. At least Chiabi is without a hit so far, so I have a chance at getting another out here. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Contreras. Swing and a miss on a cutter, and that is out number 2, finally. Steve Simcoe back up. I think we've gone all the way through the order today, or in this inning. Simcoe 3 for 3. Here's the pitch 2-1. Ground ball to first, and Mono takes it the bag for out number 3. I think Contreras is a middle reliever. He may even be, no, I don't think he's a setup guy. But, yeah, I think he's a middle reliever. I have to look. Actually, let's have a quick look here. Current pitcher Contreras, middle reliever, yep. Why Al McGuire was in there, I don't know. I guess because it was the second inning and I'd given up a bunch of runs, so why not put a long reliever in there? But Hines was a, what was he before? I'm trying to think now. He was a closer. I thought he was a setup guy, so I'm surprised to see him in that early, but he's 35. He's rated 1.5 stars. He should not have been a closer anymore anyway. And this was my free agent signing, Takahiro Murayama, international free agent. And I'd love for him to be able to get in there. But I need to have a lead for that to happen. So that's the way it goes. Oh, yeah, Pacheco was the starter today. So back to the top of the order for the Nomads here in the top of the 6th. Contreras has finally closed out an inning and stopped the onslaught of runs. It was a big inning, six innings, 6 runs for the Ohio Oxen in the 5th. Here is Rafael Alanis facing Guillermo Martinez once again, looking for his first hit tonight. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Guillermo. Infield pop-up. A bunch of players converging, but it looks like it's going to be Taylor with the out. 1 down. Carolina Reaper back up. Full count as he works the count on Martinez. Martinez loses him. It's going to be ball 4, high and outside on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. And so Reaper takes his base. Mike Ryba next up. Fly ball to shallow right, just a flaring fly ball. Chased down by Florian Leroy for the out, 2 down. Here's Joseph Dumoulin, who replaced Joseph Walker in left field. He hits one to the alleyway and right. It's going to be extra bases. Reaper round second, goes to third. Is he going home? He is going home. No throw. It is a throw, but it's not in time. So Toronto gets a second run across. They've got a lot to catch up on, but at least it's a little bit less embarrassing. Dumoulin with an RBI double, with 2 outs no less. Here's Makanakwa Mano. One bright spot in my lineup who has 2 hits tonight. Hammers a line drive to center. It's way out of reach from Gibson. Back to the wall. Dumoulin charges home to score. It's a double for Mano. Had 2 home runs in the first game of this series. But at least he tagged on another RBI. He's going to have a pretty good week, I think. But it's 13-3. I've got 10 runs to make up. Good luck. But hey, stranger things have happened. Could be every rally starts with a run, right? Sam Idials at the plate. Looking for his first base hit tonight. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Martinez. Fans him on the high cheese, and that is the end of this one. Toronto gets a pair of runs, but they don't make much headway. It's 13-3 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Oxen sending John Taylor up, their catcher. Full count. Contreras winds, delivers. Check swing. He held up. Ball 4. Bobby Santos at the plate. Taylor, not much speed there for the catcher, not surprising. Not too many catchers can claim to be speedy. And 1 out at second, no relay. Fielder's choice then for Santos. Matt Gibson at the plate. Swing and a miss. Contreras fans him on a curveball. Low in the zone. Really picking his spots there. Here's Alf Starrett. 3 for 3 at the plate with a pair of RBIs. 2-2 pitch. swung on. Late swing. It goes opposite field to third base. Reaper makes the throw, and that's the end of the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th. Toronto up again. And even if they scored a pair of runs in every remaining inning, they still wouldn't catch up. But at least they'd make it a respectable score. Roberto Castro pinch hitting. He's already had one at bat this season. This is his second. Castro, I think, getting paid $9 million or $13 million, something like that. I was going to demote him, but I just couldn't. Here it is, $12.45 million for the 31-year-old 2-star rated infield utility guy. That's an expensive utility guy. Last season played 19 games. So not getting my money's worth with this guy. I'm doubtful I'm going to get my money's worth this year, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is his last contract year. Grounds to first. Mullins takes that one to the bag. And now it's Frank Borkowski, the DH. Borkowski, I believe I acquired in a trade. Did I get him in a trade with Scott? How did I get him? No, I drafted him. Oh, okay. I thought he was a trade pickup. I know I traded for a first baseman. There must have been another one. 0-2 count to Barkowski. Bork, swing and a miss, strike 3. Martinez fans him. 6th batter struck out tonight for Martinez. Charlie Potter back up again. And he goes down on strikes. So there it is. Martinez is shutting down Toronto handily after 7 innings. It's the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time here in Ohio. Root for the home team. Jeremy Evans back up to the plate. Contreras will face him down. 0 for 4 at the plate so far for Evans. His season average worst in the lineup for Ohio, 0.53. Still a bingo number. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Contreras. Swing and a miss. Late swing from Evans. Fans him on a curveball. Really fooled him. 73 miles an hour. It's tough to get the timing right. Florian Leroy now. 3-1 pitch. Makes contact. It's a flaring fly ball to shallow center. Lannis charges in, makes the grab. 2 down. Kevin Mullins now. Just a few innings to go here. And we'll sim the rest of this week. Mullins with a deep drive to center, but Alanis is back to make the grab, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. The first time, I think, for Ohio, the 1-2-3 inning tonight. 14 hits for the Oxen, 13 runs. Rafael Alanis for the Nomads. Swing and a miss to Martinez. Martinez looking like he wants to close this game out, but he's 114 pitches in. He doesn't have the stamina for it. We might see him pulled this inning. Carolina Reaper now with 1 away. Connects on a line drive into the alleyway and left. It's going to be extra bases as Reaper checks into second base, and his first hit of the night has improved his average from 136 to 174. He's getting closer to that Mendoza line. Fear the Reaper. Mike Ryba at the plate. Ryba had himself double-digit home runs last year. Dumoulin had double-digit home runs last year, and Mono had 43. So I do have the potential. I was actually second in the league in home runs last year, behind Scott, of course. But this game is just not going my way. Gabriel Madrigal at the plate, on the mound now for Ohio. Still in his AAA, looks like his AAA uniform there in the picture. Have to fix that later. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Ryba. Cranks one just out of reach past Kayabia into center field. Reaper moves to third on the batted ball. Yeah, we'll see. I got 2 on, I guess, run number 6 at the plate if he scores. Dumoulin's potential home run guy. But that still leaves me with 7 runs to make up. 1-2 pitch from Madrigal. Cranks one to center. It's back over the head of Gibson. It will score some runs. Reaper scoring from third. Ryba holds up at third base. Dumoulin with an RBI double has made it 13-4. The Candyman back up to the plate. 3 home runs this season to lead the team so far. 2 of them were in Game 1 of this series against Ohio. Can he get a 4-bagger tonight? He's 3 for 3, 2 RBIs. Madrigal stares in. Here's the pitch. And Candyman swings. It's contact, but it's shallow center field. Gibson tees it up. Here's the throw home to catch Ryba. It's late. And Ryba scoring from third on the tag up. Dumoulin moves to third himself. It's 13-5. Toronto has 2 runs this inning. Sam Idiel's at the plate. Still looking for a first hit tonight. Slow roller back to the mound. Madrigal with the toss to first, and that is out number 3 to end it. 13-5 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Hotel League Baseball is streaming again. Maybe we'll join them after this. 2-2 pitch to Sinfronio Quiabia from Danny Contreras. Ground ball to short. Idiels scoops it up, throws to first. That's 1 down. Not sure why Quiabia was hitting that one. It was high out of the zone. Basically smacked it down onto the grass. Steve Simcoe, 3 for 4 at the plate tonight. All 3 of his hits this season have come tonight. He'll face a 3-0 count from Contreras. Check swing. He held up, and it's going to be a walk, says the umpire. So base on balls. Second one given up by Contreras tonight. Here's John Taylor. Makes contact. It's through the left side into left field. Dumoulin plays it into third. Simcoe has to hold up at second base. And now John Balcom will come in to pitch. I think this is Toronto's 5th pitcher tonight. And he'll face Bobby Santos, who's 2 for 4 at the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball just in front of the plate. Potter out to play it to first. And makes the play. That's out number 3. Top of the 9th, Toronto with 8 runs to make up to tie. And here's Castro to start things off against Madrigal. Castro looking for a first hit in this 2024 season. Fly ball to left field. Evans tracks it down and makes the catch. And now it'll be Frank Borkowski. Bork. 2-1 pitch to Bork. Line drive to left field. Evans has it on the hop. Base hit for Borkowski. Brings his average this season up to .333. 1 on, 1 out. Charlie Potter at the plate. Full count. Hammers a line drive past the diving star at third base. Evans has this one again and throws it in. 2 on now as Borkowski moves to second. Not a lot of speed on the base paths. Rafael Lannis, though, with some decent on-base percentage, hoping that pans out for him, and bases loaded for Reaper would be good for Toronto. Reaper with some potential power and hitting, but a ground ball to second. It's a force out for Potter. Too slow to make up to get to the bag, but it does break up the double play. 2 out, runners in the corners. Carolina Reaper now at the plate. Had a double his last time around. And he lines out to third. That's the game. And it is 13-5 for the Ohio Oxen here in the Ox Ranch in Cincinnati. Game 2 of tonight's sim. So Saturday, April 6th game, Oxen take the move up rather to 3-2 on the season. The Nomads fall to 2-3. So far, the series is tied at 1 apiece. Oxen 13 runs on 15 hits, no errors. Toronto with a couple of costly errors, 5 runs on 10 hits. The winning pitcher was Guillermo Martinez, his first of the season. Chris Pacheco picks up his first loss. Al Starrett, player of the game for his 3-for-4 performance at the plate, scored 3 times, a pair of RBIs, and a walk. Phenomenal game there. Carolina Reaper had both of the errors for Toronto at third base and participated in neither of the double plays. Dumoulin did tie the Toronto regular season record for doubles with 3. I didn't notice that. He had 3 doubles tonight. All 3 of his base hits were 2-baggers. The scores from the rest of the games tonight. Let's have a quick look here. Boston Brawlers down the Pitbulls 6-4. 10-5 was the score in Montreal as they doubled up on the Hops. And the New York Dragons demolished the Ravens 11-6. Ryu Sato out of the bullpen with his first win tonight. In the Metro League, and of course Toronto, Ohio, we just watched. In the Metro League, the Oilers with a high-scoring affair on the titles, 19-5. A flurry of home runs. Barton, Rangel, Pratt, and Log, Jameson, and Johnson with a pair of home runs for Houston. Francisco, Arizona with a long ball for California. No perfect season for Nevada. 5-4 was the score for the Speeders over the Storm. Chris Pratt with the, not Chris Pratt, that's another Pratt. That would be Dan Pratt with the win for Nevada. He played last year, but was he a AAA guy? Was he a call-up? Castaneda with the save. Washington Freedom double up in the Salts 4-2. Yeah, Houston, I can't believe the number of home runs are 23 hits for the Oilers. 5-0 start to the year for the Oilers. Where's Brandon been? He hasn't watched a single stream since spring, I don't think. Someone should go send him a message. Tell him, buddy, come check out your team. You're smoking it so far. Oh, are you on the 7-day lineups, or are you on the other lineups? Because this is game 4 of the season for. Actually, no, it is. Sorry, it's game 5. So if you have a five-player rotation, then that's probably what's going on there. Unless you've got it set to start the highest rested. He should have been rested then. Okay, well, yeah, he should have been rested. The thing to do is to set your rotation to a 4-man rotation, which is when I was a kid watching baseball in the late 80s, early 90s, I seem to remember it was always 4-man rotations back then, but I guess now we're at 5. That's the standard now, it's 5. All right, we finished today. We're going to quick sim through Sunday. Good luck, everyone. For a few series, this is going to be a rubber match to decide a series. And let's see how it goes. Sunday, April 7th games. Chicago Pitbulls go to 14 innings over the Brawlers, but they prevail 3-1. The Metros edge the Hops 3-2. It's a 5-1 season so far for the Montreal Metros. Chris Perez, the closer. Look at those stars. Gets his second win. 5-4 was the score for the Ravens over the Dragons. They pick up their second win of the season. And the Oxen down the Nomads 4-3. They take the series 2-1. Keely Sewell, my top-ranked starter, picks up another loss in his second start. So not a stellar start to the year for Keely Sewell. In the Metro League, the Calgary Inferno drop another one to the Cowboys. 8-6 was the final. I'm thinking that might be a series sweep. And the Oilers down the titles 8-7. Speeders down the Storm 4-3, picking up their second win. And the Salts 4-2 winners of the Freedom. Yeah, 4-2 is their season record as well. All right, week 1 is officially finished of the Bull League's 2024 season. Thank you, everybody, for coming to watch. I will put the league file up shortly. I'm going to update Stats Plus tonight as well. And yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow night, Sim. We are back tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Yeah, it's Valentine's Day, and I've almost finished my Valentine's gift for Addie. I gave her something earlier anyway. And so I'm not going to feel too bad about simming. She told me to sim anyway. She likes watching these games. She sent me a picture of me streaming. So thanks for the Beer Me Legacy. I'm actually out. I finished my beer. That's the dregs of my pint glass. But I will be drinking in your honor to open the stream tomorrow. But I hope you guys liked the Stompin' Tom at the beginning of the stream tonight. And I'll be back at 10 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. Avoiding the wife watching baseball. I've been avoiding my wife since April because we separated, and I left the house in April last year. So yeah. And yeah, streaming was kind of a way of avoiding her, wasn't it? I guess. Maybe that's why I'm separated. But anyway, I love it. A family that a couple that streams together stays together. That's my belief. Brandon's a streamer with his wife. Watch both of their streams a few times, and yeah, got to get on the gaming action. My ex was not much of a gamer. All right, so I'll put the standings up just so you guys have a good view of the standings. I'll check the news reports as well. Metro's on top of the East after 1 week. 5-1 is their record. They're doing quite well, aren't they? 3-game winning streak. They just swept the Hops. The Oxen took 2 of 3 away from me, so they're up 4-2, tied with Chicago. They're going to be very happy. Dylan will be very happy about that. I'm in the bottom half of the Lake League East with Boston. So yeah, it's early. It's only 1 week of baseball done. The Oilers, though, Brandon, 6-0, 2 series sweeps to start the season, and he has not even been in to say hi. So all 3 of his division rivals are 1-5 as well. That's got to be a good ego boost. Washington, Miami, Calgary. Miami, the division leaders last year. And now it's early, and of course, and lots of baseball to go, but that's still a good way to start the season. That's 6 more wins than you could have had. The Arizona Cowboys, 6-0. They were only in the playoffs one other time. So if they keep that up, they'll definitely make a second playoff appearance. Seattle Salts, California Titles, and Nevada Speeders trailing behind, but not by much. And like I said, it's season's early. A lot of baseball still to go. Good luck, everyone. Oh, Malone is injured. Are you kidding me? Let's check those news reports then. What happened here? Malone. I don't see a news report on it, so it's probably not a big injury. Oh, here you go, Jim. TK Yang hit his historic 300th home run in the 14-10 loss to the Storm at the Speeder Dome. So he hit his milestone, unfortunately, on a bit of a loss, but it was a high-scoring affair. He went 2 for 3 at the plate, scored 3 runs. But yeah, he's hit 301 home runs now in his career, and that puts him quite high up there on the leaderboard. Let's have a quick glance at the leaderboard. Where are we? Sorry, leaderboards. Home run leaderboard. The career, of course, leader, All time is Carl Sims, 441. And 300 puts TK Yang at 9th. So he is number 9 on the leaderboard. Only three active players ahead of him. Jim Leahy of New York, AAA now, so you won't be getting too many more Major League home runs if he stays down in AAA. Alex Viramontes is in AA, riding his career at the minors. And Garth Goyle is in single A. So he is the only Major League active player still on the top 10 of the leaderboard. TK Yang, a definite Hall of Fame in the future. 301 home runs. Not a lot of people are going to catch up to Carl Sims. I don't think we'll see that record broken for a while until we've had a generation worth of players doing 162 game seasons. Remember, we only started 162 game seasons in 2019 if you look at our league history. But good for him. All right. So the week 1 best player was David Michelle of the Arizona Cowboys. Had a great run, 13 for 23 at the plate, 3 homers, 5 RBIs. And in the Metro League, it was the Candyman for my team, surprisingly. Despite my weak performance for the team, he hit 480, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. 2 of those home runs were in one game and scored 5 times. Oh, Ricky Rodriguez has done it as well. He's hit the 150 win mark, pitching as a reliever now instead of a starter. The 35-year-old for the Ravens finally hit the 150 win mark, which is a big milestone for pitchers. I'll go back to the history page for a second here. The pitching leaderboards wins, the top wins is Angelo Rodriguez. He is the guy. That's the other. Both of these guys were on the same team, too, for a while. Angelo is retired. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Ricky Rodriguez has now tied that. So both of those pitchers both played for the Ravens at one point. Both have hit 150 wins, tied for the all-time record. But Ricky Rodriguez, still pitching, potentially could break that record. Ron Alder, not far behind. He's pitching for Houston this season. And potentially could be pitching for a couple more years. He could be in the running to break that Rodriguez 150 mark as well and set another record. Knuckles Malone has a lot of baseball left in him, and he's on that board as well. He's quite high up there, 123 wins. So good stuff. And again, this all stems to the fact that we played 80 game and then 100 game seasons right up until 2019. So, and I don't really know why. If I was to go back and redo it, I'd probably just pick 162 game seasons from 1995. But it kind of harkened back to our league origins on Earl Weaver Baseball. We did 30 game seasons, and I figured, well, why jump right to 162? And then for a while we did 100 game seasons because 100 is a nice round number. It's easy to conceptualize when you win 65 games in a 100 game season. You're doing pretty well. 162 games, it's a little bit tougher. Is that a good finish or a bad finish? 70 games is a terrible finish. Anyway, 70 wins. That's all we got for tonight, though. I'm going to put the league file up momentarily. Thanks again for joining us. We'll do a quick raid. Hopefully you guys want to join me in raiding the other out of the park guy, because he doesn't have a lot of viewers. It's not the guy I thought. It's JJoe36. I think is the other out of the park guy. So give him a raid. Say hello. Yes, they did, Jim. They took forever to play. Say hello to JJoe36 and give him a follow. Say welcome from another OOTP gang. See you guys tomorrow night at 10, by the way. And thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for all the Patreon patrons and subscribers as well. And Jim, I look forward to your Monday stream. We'll see you tomorrow night as well, I'm assuming. But I'm also looking forward to your game summaries in the Slack channels. All right, see you guys tomorrow night.